and welcome to UK Games Expo 2018. It is the second day, it's Saturday, the 2nd of June. It's my first day, so I'm quite fresh and alive.
I've been here for about 10 or 15 days, I feel like.
Exactly,
That's right,
yeah. This is Ben Loomes from Syrinscape. There's a logo in the background, can we get that? Yeah, there it is, my camera work. Where's Julian when we need him? So yes, Ben, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm very well.
You're good. You are still fresh, are you?
Yeah, no.
No. It's surprising how knackering it can be just talking to people.
Yeah. I ran a game last night for my team and a few of our friends, and at the beginning of the game my voice was like this, so it was really great. So I did vocal warm-ups this morning to keep myself tip-top shape.
That's very
It's helping so far.
Yeah,
as you can hear, my voice is sounding beautiful and
well,
creamy.
a little bit of honey.
Yeah,
when I'm in shows, if it's a long run, you do honey and ginger.
Absolutely.
And just gargle with that sort of thing. But raw ginger.
That's right.
Actually cut up the ginger.
Does everyone feel enriched?
Yeah, exactly. This is top tips from the Bottled Imp. Nothing to do with gaming. It's all about health.
That's right.
Yeah. I put on a bit of weight recently, so maybe it's not about health. So, anyway, we're here to talk about Syrinscape.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, explaining a little bit what Syrinscape is, because I'm not very good at doing that.
Okay, easy. So I have a lift spiel. Ready,
here we go.
Well rehearsed. Syrinscape is an app that creates sound and music for tabletop games. It's like a recording that you would hear of a location or an encounter in a movie. Everything you'd expect when you go into the medieval town is there. The sound of hawkers, sound of dogs whooping, but of course then you can click a button and a red dragon attacks and people scream and there's horror and fire and death, and it's all really fantastic. It's non-repetitive, it's beautiful, it's rich, it's highly adaptable, and it's awesome.
It is, and I can vouch for that as well, definitely, because obviously you created it, you're going to think it's awesome, aren't you? No, you've won awards, haven't you? You've won many awards.
Yes.
People are very, very impressed with the product, and I did a review of it, so check that out on our channel. Very impressed with it because it's really atmospheric. So if you're into D&D or even just normal gaming, tabletop, and you want a bit more atmosphere rather than just putting a soundtrack on that you can't interact with, you get to click the buttons, which is more important, and you put in the sound effects. So if you want a clash of swords, you want a spell being cast, you want somebody being tortured.
If you want to give your red dragon, which is a preset that comes roaring, if you want to give him laser guns, you can turn those on too.
Oh yeah, because you do a lot of because you've got different
sci-fi stuff now.
You do sci-fi. Yeah, run through some of the packages.
Yeah, had Starfinder come out last time we talked?
I'm not. I think maybe it was on the verge.
So we support the Starfinder role-playing game, which gives us all sorts of epic space locations and space creatures, which you can either use in the amazing role-playing game, which is Starfinder, or obviously in any space battle thing.
Space attacking.
Epic, that's right.
Combat.
With your light sword.
Yes, you like a light sword.
Your bright sword.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a lightsaber. Not that. Copyright reason.
We also very excitingly just signed a license with Chaosium to support Call of Cthulhu. So we're releasing the Masters of Nyarlathotep. I said all the syllables in the right order. It just sounded awkward, but I can say it.
Say it again.
Nyarlathotep.
Very well done. I was trying to catch you.
So we just supported Peru. So there are now llamas in Syrinscape.
Wow, I like the sound of that. That's just bonkers. That's why I do like that, because you've got a good sense of humour as well. Because you've got, so that's Call of Cthulhu, because that's grown in size. That's
absolutely.
It's really taken off. So, well, that's exciting news. But you've also got little buttons that are quite jokey, like the huzzah button. And the wow.
Yeah, usually it's employed when people roll ones.
Exactly, yeah. So there's really nice touches there. So is there any new news?
Probably the biggest news for us is Syrinscape Online. So say you've been playing with Roll20 or Fantasy Grounds or one of the other VTTs, you can now actually broadcast Syrinscape sounds really, really easily to your players.
Oh, that's really cool.
People have been for years routing Syrinscape through voice things like Discord or whatever. But then you're using up bandwidth and you're also compressing Syrinscape's gorgeous sound, which can make it a bit bawbly. So now there's a little app that's sitting on your player's computer. They follow your game. You actually control Syrinscape from a browser, and the samples are delivered to your players and they're triggered and played. And
so it's better quality, it's more integrated, it's kind of the way it's meant to be done, I guess.
It's very exciting.
So that's really cool, because you don't sit on your laurels, do you?
No.
You keep innovating.
Absolutely.
You keep pushing it as well.
Yeah.
What else? What other plans have you got then? Are you going to more expos? Because we just had a little chat earlier, and you said you go to 5 Expos to
yeah,
years. So that must take it out.
Yeah, last year we recorded from everyone in the world the voices of Shoggoth.
Oh yes.
So the mind-destroying horror.
That's it.
And we built that out of literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who came and walked in our sound cave.
That's it, yeah, because you do, let's have a quick look at that then, because you've got like a sound cave.
This is super cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
So people come in this safe space.
Yeah, and then they can actually they can actually record. So what are you doing this year then?
So we're recording the gather information checks at the beginning of Pathfinder's Curse of the Crimson Throne Adventure Path chapters.
Okay.
So rather than the game master just saying, "Oh, you hear a rumor that the Queen's actually a vampire," we're getting people to come along. So we got drunk and saying, "Oi, I heard, all three of you stop phasing in and out of each other. That's very rude. That is. I heard that the Queen's a vampire.
Right.
I don't know what a vampire is, but I heard she is one. So that sort of thing.
Excellent. So just to add a bit more flavour.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really good. So did Pathfinder come to you, or did you go to Pathfinder? How do these things work?
We've had a license to produce the official sounds for the Galarian and for Paizo's, So we've supported Strange Aeons, their adventure path,
Okay.
Rise of the Rune Lords, Hell's Rebels.
Okay.
Amazing. If you play through these are extraordinary adventure paths. They're incredibly rich and colourful, and you can play with them with full cinematic sound with Syrinscape.
I've not played Pathfinder, but I heard it's very good. I heard that it's kind of rivals D&D.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of people that play.
It's a bit more crunchy, a bit more adaptable. You can really reflect the character you like. I mean, they're all wonderful role-playing games.
There's a lot out.
Yeah, and D&D is obviously enjoying a massive resurgence and a great influx of women into the game, and children, and broadening of the audience.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Exactly. Because all this gaming, it is a little bit geeky, but you know what? There are women geeks out there. There
absolutely.
are children that are into this, and why is it geeky? I was talking to someone else about this as well. You've got people that play fantasy football.
Yeah.
And that's not considered geeky, but what they're doing is creating fantasy teams, but just it's sport, so why isn't that geeky?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and actually, culturally, the role of the geek in society has utterly changed. Elon Musk is a geek, and Bill Gates is a geek, and Richard Branson is a geek. So what a geek is completely and utterly changed. We're ruling the world and taking over.
The geeks have the power.
And all the fun toys.
Yeah, exactly.
And women discovering, something that, like 10 years ago, it was like 95% male were doing this hobby. But, especially with something like 5e or some of the other role-playing games, they're discovering storytelling, it's relationships, it's fun and games. Fantastic.
Definitely. Well, I noticed our viewership has altered as well. We've got, it's not, I'd like it to be 50-50, to be honest. But we're getting about 20-25% female viewers, which is absolutely fantastic because, gaming and all of this sort of stuff is open for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely, of course.
It's just fun to be had.
Yeah, totally.
Brilliant. So, I think that's about. I was going to ask.
Life advice and philosophy and social sciences, that's right.
And health as well, exactly. No, I was going to ask, do you actually play tabletop games? Do you get out there and play other games as opposed to role-playing?
Oh, I do. I mean, we have Catan, and which is in Syrinscape as well, and card games like Boss Monster and things like that. I'm really quite heavily focused on tabletop role-playing games, and if I get together with my friends and we're there, it's kind of a bit of a feeling for me, like, why don't we play an actual tabletop role-playing game if we're actually together? Let's steal the opportunity and do it. I mean, I'm a big Monopoly player, and which is good. It's lovely. Our kids are just still young and naive enough to be slaughtered by my wife and I, which is lots of fun.
It's very satisfying.
It is very satisfying.
Don't give them an easy ride.
No, that's right. No.
You got to learn the hard way. When
Monopoly, developing resilience in your children. That's right.
Exactly. No, I think that's a valid point.
That's right.
Don't.
Oh, quite seriously, actually. Yes.
Yeah, you've got to learn to lose well. You've got to learn to win well as well. And I think that's why gaming does have a role to play on a more serious, wider.
That's right. Totally, absolutely. We're workshopping. Okay, if we go this way, you'll see. Where is he? No. Christian Kerding. There he is, back there demoing. Yeah. We're working on a card game that he's developing at the moment, which is very, very exciting. So we've been playtesting here this show. and it's fantastic.
What sort of genre is it then? Is it
It's
fantasy? No.
it's like it's a real world game. I suddenly realised I was about to say what it's called. I don't know if I can. So I better not share the content.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's really good.
So,
You'll hear about that.
Yeah, we've got an almost exclusive.
There will be Syrinscape sound sets for that for sure, because he built them himself. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for the interview, Ben.
Oh,
And
it's fun.
obviously, nice chatting to you again. And I'm glad that it's going from strength to strength.
Yeah, thank you.
It's really good to chat to you again. And remember to keep it unreal, especially if you like creating noises, big sounds like Ben.